Hello and happy Wednesday. It is November 5th, MJ here. I have with me my Coastal Crow and Raven Tarot. And as you can see, I'm inside. It was so gusty earlier when I stopped at my favorite spot on West Side Road to pull a card. I just couldn't pull a card. It was just too windy. All right, so I'm here, I'm inside, and I have my deck. So let's see what these beautiful creatures have for us today. In fact, because I have this table space here, I'm going to pull 4 cards. So the first card is, what is that energy that will come in and motivate us today? What energy will perhaps draw our attention? What should we be on the lookout for? So we have, the 9 of Pentacles. So this is a time of feeling independent, of being able to take care of things, to enjoy life, right? This is like where you get to indulge a little bit, knowing that you have what you need to feel comfortable. You don't need anyone's assistance. You can take a break, perhaps maybe even take some time off work today. So the energy that's coming in is bringing you this 9 of Pentacles energy is one that will have you feeling very self-sufficient. You'll be feeling comfortable. You'll feel even inclined maybe to spend a little bit today, even though maybe even yesterday you were feeling a little stressed out. Today, this energy is going to come in. It's going to lift you up a little bit. It's going to have you feeling more comfortable in your resources, more comfortable in your position. It's definitely a lovely energy to lean into. So when you have this energy kind of like percolating up, when you start feeling it, maybe you're at the grocery store and you see that bar of dark chocolate that's been calling you over the last few days. Today, you might be more inclined to say, yeah, let's go ahead and splurge. So lean into this energy. It will lift you up. It helps you feel good. It helps provide that dopamine hit sometimes that we need so that we can take care of other issues in our lives. So here we have the motivating. Now, what situation is going to come up? What are we looking toward that is perhaps on the horizon? It's a situation that maybe you know is already waiting for your attention. So coming up here, we have this Queen of Wands energy. So a situation is going to require you to step into those shoes of the Queen of Wands. You're going to be a leader. You're going to be that charismatic force, the creator of something. And it's through your ability to connect with people, your ability to lead by example, you're going to find that you'll have this support. So the situation that's coming up puts you in this mindset of being confident, focusing on your health, focusing on your desires, focusing on those things that you can bring into this world with an air of royalty about you. This is where you draw upon that wisdom, perhaps that you've gained over the past few years, the experiences that have led you to this moment where you do get to step in. You get to be that light for other people. And having this energy of the 9 of Pentacles supporting you, coming in, bringing you that experience of feeling maybe a little bit more flush, feeling capable and independent of taking care of things, feeling secure in your resources, not having a fear or a sense of scarcity in your world. Instead, you're being filled with a sense of comfort, a sense of being able to explore what it feels like to indulge a little bit. Having that energy come in sets you up for this moment where you become the Queen of Wands, where you get to be the leader, where you get to be the one who makes the decisions, and you will find the support around you when you need others to come in and back you up. So let's see who's showing up to this party. Because right now you're in control of this party. You're doing quite well. You're feeling confident about your resources. You feel confident about your position. You have this sense of autonomy going on. You've put in the hard work. You're able to stop struggling here. And the situation will come in that will have you apply all of that experience, all of that wisdom, and perhaps be that person who can help others rise up. Be that leader. Be someone where other people look up to you as a person who has achieved this success. Okay, so the energy that's coming in, the external influence, or as I like to say, the uninvited house guest, it's that energy that comes in, and sometimes it's very supportive. Sometimes it's there just to back you up. It's there to ensure that things move, easily. Sometimes this uninvited house guest tracks mud all over your floors and can cause some friction. So, of course. So here we have the 10 of Wands. So this might be somebody who's just going to add to your plate, right? Or it could be someone who's like, oh, I always have to do the heavy lifting. Why can't you do something? This energy is going to weigh you down. So whoever this is, it might be an opportunity for you to learn how to delegate. You as the queen, you don't have to always do everything, right? Because also you have this supporting energy here, this motivating energy of the 9 of Pentacles. You're going to feel like, hey, I've already done my work, right? I'm ready to relax. I'm ready to just indulge a little bit in some me time. And because you're walking into the shoes of the queen, you're going to have the support around you. You're going to have those around you who will help you move into this place of comfort. You're going to feel more confident in asking for help as well. And you'll find that people will support you, but you might find that here comes someone who's just going to make it a little bit more difficult. Maybe that task that you thought might be easier might be weighed down by someone else's energy. Because they're carrying this like burden on their back. And so this could be an opportunity for you to learn how to help other people see their resources, to help people learn how to prioritize tasks, so that they can step into the shoes of the queen as well. You're there to help people as the Queen of Wands. You're there to show others the way and to be a role model as the queen. And so here, if you have this person that's coming in that feels like they're just, it's like one thing after another. They're like the Debbie Downer. It's like, oh, I got to do this, I got to do that. You might be able to help them explore other avenues that will lighten their load. Okay, so what's the outcome? So how does all this sort of play out? What advice, perhaps, will we find? Oh, I forgot to remove this card. This is the card that tells you that this is an authentic copy. All right, well, moving right along. Oh, Lordy. Okay. So, the High Priestess. So the message here with the High Priestess is tune into the energy around you. Someone might not be telling you that they're feeling overwhelmed. Someone might not be expressing outwardly to you that they just can't handle it all, even though they're coming to you for help. They might not be sharing the big picture with you. So pay attention to the signals around you. Pay attention to the unspoken information that you're receiving, the body language, reading between the lines, and you'll pick up a lot more insight. You'll discover more about your situation than you would if you just sort of jumped in as the leader. Sometimes when we are so energetic and so excited about doing something or about helping someone or about being part of the solution, we sometimes rush in without really getting a feel for the whole scene, without really understanding what's going on behind the scenes. And so that's what this high priestess is calling you to do. Before you just sort of jump in and say, hey, let me help you solve your problem. Let me step in and use my influence, my leadership, my position here. Take a step back and maybe understand where that burden this person is carrying is coming from. This might be an opportunity for you to learn a little bit more about this individual that's coming to you for help. They're hoping that perhaps maybe you can lighten this load here, that you can take on some of the work, or show them how to. But I think the call here is to resist judgment and take a look inward, so that you can understand where they're coming from, why they've picked up so many tasks. Why do they feel like they need to be the one that says yes to everything? Why are they the ones carrying so much when others might not be? So just to recap here, because I do feel like, I kind of do these windy readings, I'm sorry. The energy that's influencing you is this Nine of Pentacles. It puts you in a good position where you feel independent, you feel confident in where you stand in this world. All that hard work that you've put in is paying off. And it's a moment to just rest and allow yourself to indulge a little bit. The situation that's coming up is one where you step into the role, into the shoes of the Queen of Wands, where you get to be the creator. You're the decider. You use all of this wisdom, all of that gained knowledge, all of the capital that you've built up over time to help others, to see a project through, to understand what needs to be done. This is a time to focus on your health and, not just, your physical health, but your mental health, to feel a sense of power within you, right? Find that fire that is within your belly, because then you can help others with it. And that's where I feel like this situation is going to have you. It's going to have you in this place where not only do you feel good about where you stand personally, but you're able to help others. And then you have this person coming in, this person who's being weighed down by tasks, by burdens that they maybe take on themselves. Let's be clear here. This might be somebody who has a hard time with boundaries, who has a hard time saying no. And this is where you get to come in and help that person with those boundaries. Help them establish rules that keep them from taking on too many tasks, from weighing themselves down. But the key here to all of that is honing in that intuition, sitting back a little bit, allowing that person to talk, but not only allowing them to talk and listening to what they have to say. Pay attention to what they're not saying. Pay attention to their body language. Pay attention to how they might respond to some of your questions. Are they feeling maybe a sense of shame? And that's why they take on all these tasks. Do they feel like they have to be the mother to everyone? Because you're there to help them. You're there to lend a hand and be a support. So much love, peace, and I'll talk with you tomorrow. Bye.